Good evening, good evening, good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC but first, the usual disclaimers, and I apologize for my appearance. I am tired. My brain is absolute utter slush. Just slush. All right, let's get to it, shall we? If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, she interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit. They did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic has refused. You know the drill. Read the article, share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement in regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC ever does see through with their threat. Trigger warning 1. When we discuss places like the Rotenberg Educational Center and Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones. Trigger warning 2. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is advised. All right, let's go to where we left off yesterday. We stated that an adverse outcome from ESD use for SIB or AB is the manifestation of the napkin tearing and undesirable behavior. It's this general idea that when one is being abused, there might become points in time where we have been fed up with everybody's shit. And, you know the old saying, if you treat a man like an animal long enough, an animal they will become. Same a principle, folks. Same principle. When I'm trying to get that may not be the best analogy on planet Earth, but essentially what it's saying is when one goes through abusive situations, behavior can be a direct result, especially when you are talking in regards to survivors of abuse or those who are being abused currently. Let's read on. Hereupon review, we do not regard the napkin tearing as an adverse outcome because it's idiotic. Do you know what happens to styrofoam cups and solo cups inside a high school cafeteria? Any of y'all ever look at the floor before they got the giant freaking brooms? Because, yeah, I remember that. People abuse styrofoam. It's a thing. We crunch it in our freaking wrists. We draw on it, rip it into tiny shreds, and throw it around like it's confetti. Wait, just me? Fine. You get my point. I'm glad at least somewhere somebody is stating some form of logic. Because the risk to self and others from napkin tearing is minimal, no more than there is in our neurotypical peers. The removal of this adverse outcome from our evaluation of the risk benefit profile is of little consequence and does not affect the overall conclusion with respect to the substantial and unreasonable risks of illness or injury from the use of ESDs for SIB or AB. Essentially, it is fair to assume, based on the evidence and facts at hand, and what we know of abuse survivors, it is the idea that when one's being abused and you internalize all that self-loathing and self-hatred, those actions start creeping out of you. All right, we're going to close out, folks. I know it's short this afternoon. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to utilize those comments. I appreciate your time this afternoon. As always, folks, we here at Smelling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.